Alright there folks, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. Good to see you as always. Hope we're all doing well. How did we get on today? Did we manage to get any winners? Let me know in the comments if you did. There was not an official from me. Just a couple of leans here and there. We'll touch on them in a sec. We're just going to get right into day 3. Let's waste no time. Before we do, like the video if you would. Subscribe if you're not. I'd appreciate it if you did. If you want to support the channel, links in the description and the pinned comments along with the picks. Right then, where do we start? We've got 4 more before we get into the semis. Start with this one. This is probably the easiest one of the day. We've got Jerry Shang, Alex Michelsen. Now, Michelsen quite a big favourite in this. Call it 1.3 on the decimal. Spread's 3.5 at the moment. Shang looks well off it. He looks well off it. I don't know what's up with him. I mean, yeah, I read something before about, someone mentioned about his sickness. I don't know how true it is, but looking at the performances, I'd say that seems quite true. There's got to be something up with him. He just doesn't look fit to play in this tournament. He really doesn't. He got smoked again today by Bassa Ferretti, and he got beaten his first game against Luca Van Asch. He's been the favourite in both of these as well, and he's been beat 3-1 in both of them too. Second serve percentage has took a noticeable dip, and I mean a noticeable dip. You're talking barely over 30% points on the second serve. So this is nothing. This is a shell of the Shang that we know. Alex Michelsen has just been cruising, and he's been cruising. Flew through his 2 games. He's beat Bassa Ferretti and Luca Van Asch already. 3-1, the pair of them. Just solid. Barely mentioned them the past couple of days. He played better, slightly better against Van Asch. He did drop that first set 4-1, but statistically, it's all looking good. Saved half his break points. It didn't matter. Now, if you're doing a parlay, look, I mean, Michelsen at 1.3, it's up to you if you want to stick that on. That's a little bit short. With Shang being as poor as he's been, that spread's at 3.5 at the moment. I'm pretty certain I'm going to have a sprinkle on Michelsen minus that 3.5. Bassa Ferretti would have covered the 3.5 today. Luca Van Asch would have covered 3.5 against them as well. You know, you might be sitting there going like, this is the must win. This is a must win spot for Shang. It is a must win, but you couple that with the fact that he's playing like shit and he needs to win. Michelsen's already qualified for the semis. He's going to be playing with a lot more freedom, I would expect. I don't think Shang's going to do it. I really don't. Minus 3.5. You could take 2.5 on the old spread. We only need one break. Realistically, can you see Shang taking a set? I don't know. He has won a set in both of his games. Michelsen has also dropped a set, so I'm a little bit concerned, but I don't think, I don't know. I think I'm imagining Shang's just going to get worse as the week goes on. He is being noticeably worse from game 1 to game 2. I'm willing to roll a dice on that and say he gets even worse in this Michelsen game. Minus the 3.5 looks all right to me. It really does. Let me know what you think on that. I'm probably going to stick it down there as a little, I don't know, a little floater or something. Or the 2.5. I'll do a slash for the odd spread. But yeah, not going anywhere near Shang there. Not at all. Let me know if you're taking them plus the points. I'd be surprised if anyone is. Who have we got next? That's a tough one, this. We've got Bassa Ferretti and Luca Van Asch. That's a split right down the middle. This Bassa Ferretti was a favourite when this opened. It's now went split down the middle. They keep swapping. No one knows what to do on this. When I first looked at it, I went, you know what, Bassa Ferretti probably wins him. I think he's second in the table. Both of them need to win. Whoever wins this one goes through, basically. So, you know, there's most definitely evidence to play for. We threw Van Asch out there, didn't we, against Michelsen plus the 4.5. We managed to get that. Well done. It's just, I don't know. I really don't know. If anyone's got anything for this, please do let me know. I could do with some assistance. In regards to the money line, I don't know who's going to win it. It really is a coin flip. It really is. One thing that has caught me eye, and I think this will be a first for the channel. Right in front of me here, I'm looking at Luca Van Ash under 2.5 double faults. Now you might be sitting there going, what the fuck's that? Under 2.5 double faults. I think he's only had one in both his games. His serve is really good. He doesn't need to win the game. It'll just make it interesting. He puts at least one of them over. The first or the second, he barely gets a double fault. Well, he's barely had one in his past 2 games. Under 2.5. He hasn't even had 3 double faults in 2 matches, so I'd be willing to have a little flutter on that. It's a decent parlay piece, 1.5. If you can't pick a side, take the under on the double faults for Luca Van Ash. I think I might do that. Yeah, I'll stick that there as a little parlay piece. Why not? Got another 2 more, haven't we? Before we get into these 2 as well, I just want to mention, like I did say at the start of the week, I know most of you already agree, but I'm not going crazy on these. Like, these aren't, I'm not going to say they're not serious picks, because they are most definitely serious picks, but fuck knows what's going to happen in these. We've had some crazy results already. We'll just see what we can get. Don't be going mad on them. Try and save yourself for the start of the season. It's only about a week and a half away. Right, so ATP is playing Lena Tien. Lena Tien looks so bad today. Then first 2 sets, he was piss poor. And I mean piss poor against Joao Fonseca. ATP's big favourite in this one. Spread is currently at 4.5 as well. I think it's like 1.7 for Lena Tien, so that is a lot. That is a lot. That is a big spread for this format, so it usually does bits for us. I couldn't talk you off taking it. If anyone is, let me know. But he got bageled in the first 2 sets. He never looked like he was going to come anywhere close to winning a set. And in the first 2, not even a game, evidently, or barely a point. It was really bad. Joao Fonseca, all he had to do was basically just put the ball back over the net, and then Tien would just do the rest. Yeah, it weren't looking good. The one thing I found myself thinking about halfway through that game was, does this prove how good Joao Fonseca really is? Have I just slept on this kid really bad? Or does it prove how shit Mensah's been? Because Joao Fonseca's done this to Artifice, and he's just done it to Lena Tien. You know, Lena Tien looked great against Mensah, and Artifice has just looked fucking even better against Mensah. So I'm torn between what it is. You know, I'm probably going to take the latter on that one, but we'll talk about that in a sec when we get to it. Tien, he did get the break in the third. Fair play to him, you know, good mental toughness to end up serving for the set there. I mean, you couldn't have had much hope for yourself at that point. You couldn't blame him if he'd have just given up. Yeah, serve for the set. He had to save 4 break points. Well, yeah, fight off the 4 break points in order to get the set as well. He opened it. Fucking love 40. You know, complacency creeping in for the Brazilian after just steamrolling him in the first 2, maybe, perhaps. It didn't matter. It didn't matter. Although it was a good response for the American 4-1 in the third, it didn't mean nothing. Fonseca just dusted him aside, got it done. Nice and easy, 3-1 again. Artifice against Mensah. Now, we said in yesterday's video, I know we took a little sprinkle on Mensah on the money line. We got him at like a dog price yesterday. I woke up this morning, checked that, and he was a favourite. Did anyone notice that? Yeah. I couldn't believe it. Couldn't believe that. I should have stayed off it. I only had a little sprinkle. It weren't like an official. I didn't say definitely go for it, but he didn't look too bad in the first set, although he was just pretty much serve bottom his way through it. Artifice, like we mentioned, just better on every front apart from that first serve, and even in the end he ended up being better on that too. He was hitting forehands at like 100 mile an hour today as well. Mensah could just do fuck all with him. Reverting back to what I've just said, I just don't know if Joao Fonseca's that good or it was artificial. Because what I seen today against Mensah was pretty much what I expected against Fonseca, but it was not of the sort. But he done the exact same to Lane Etienne, and I mean the exact same. And both of these have looked at it, I don't know. If you're taking that one, like I said, Lane Etienne plus the 4.5, it's a lot of points. It's a lot of points. I won't call you crazy for taking it, although it's a must-win for Artifice. Also a must-win for TM, but come on, Artifice, the number 1 seed. He needs to win this. He needs to at least make the semis at a minimum. I'm expecting him to get it done. How he does it, I'm not too sure. Let me know what you're doing on that. And then wrapping us up, I'm going to make it a nice and short one. We've got Jakob Mensah, Joao Fonseca. Now, Mensah's a favourite in this one, and although Fonseca has already qualified, surely he beats Mensah tomorrow. I don't know how the table works, but I'm pretty sure Mensah's going to have to beat him in straight sets in order to stand a chance of qualifying. I don't know, don't quote me on it, but I just can't see it. The Lane Etienne match, okay, like that final set tiebreak, you can go, whatever, he choked that one away. Probably shouldn't have done. That game against Artifice, he never looked like he stood a chance. Never looked like he stood a chance. Didn't even win a set. Didn't even come close. That he went to a tiebreaker in the first. He went to a tiebreaker in the first, and then he shattered away so bad. Artifice was up 5-love, and then Mensah won 4 points in a row, pulled it back to 5-4, and then Artifice ended up winning it 7-4. Just that set the tone. That really did set the tone for the rest of the match. Sorry, that was in the second set. He dropped the first set 4-2, but after that tiebreaker in the second set, you just knew what was coming in the third. You just knew what was coming in the third. He started it off fucking love 30 on the serve. He got broke instantly, pretty much. Yeah, he couldn't do nothing. As I imagined, like, the Hubie hair catch was really shown in him today. And when that first serve weren't working, like, Artifice moves so well on the court and he hits that ball so hard. He had Jakob Mensah moving around like a fucking claymation figure. It was, yeah. It was a hard watch. Hard watch if you'd had money on Mensah, but you play like that, you don't deserve to win. I was much, much more impressed with Fonseca. Like I said, he hasn't looked like slowing down. I think the same as what I said about the Mickelson match applies to this one. Fonseca just playing with a lot of freedom, already qualified. The pressure of Mensah having to win this game, coupled with the fact that he's playing like absolute garbage, I think that's a volatile mixture. I don't think it's going to go well for him. I could only look at Joao Fonseca on the money line, or however you want to take him. I would not be going anywhere near Mensah tomorrow, at all. He's lost his first two, and he's looked arguably worse as the weeks got on. So that's a big no for me. So if you've been watching the games, you've been watching Fonseca and you've been watching Mensah, and you can sort of just picture the matchup in your own mind and go, yeah, I know exactly how it's going to go. Fonseca is just going to play like Artifice, but you're going to move just like him, maybe a little bit better, maybe a little bit stronger, I don't know. But I do know this, he's been shit hot, and I have definitely slept on him. He's looked, well, the best. Him and Alex Michelson have been the best so far. I don't see why he doesn't make it 3-0. It's just, yeah, I can't fuck with Mensah. No way. It's not looking good going into the season for him. Not at all. There's major areas of his game that needs working on. Listen to me saying that, but it's true. You've got to call it how it is. Fonseca or nothing. Yeah, that's it. That's all of them. So as far as the picks go, we're going to go Mickelson on the spread. -3.5 or -2.5. It's completely up to you. Completely up to you. And then if you're doing a parlay, little parlay piece is going to be Luca Van Ash under 2.5 double faults. If you've got any, any advice on the totals or the spreads, anything on the money lines, anything that you're going for, you know what to do. Get it in the comments. Any sports as well. I watch a lot of them. Sound, folks. All right then. I'll be saying good night to you. Take it easy. Take care of yourself. Take care of one another. I appreciate you stopping by. As always, like the video, subscribe, like and subscribe, all that shit. See you in a bit. Enjoy the tennis. Let's go get some cash. See you tomorrow.